This short video is designed to show you a really interesting aspect of the Silveus weather app, and that is storm history. Storm history is located under the reports in the weather app. If you go to weather reports and just touch on storm history, that's where you go. With a couple of easy steps, you can pull up and view a visual image of hail, wind, or tornadic activity. This can be useful if you are an agent and want to view some storm damage that went through, especially far away from home where you might have a customer or a prospect. It's also useful for a farmer to look and see where we may have had damage to crops or buildings or something like that. We're going to look at a July 2nd storm, July 2nd of 2017. And I'm going to pull up, it'll show you the cells of various states, but I'm going to pull up Texas and go to that and hit the track weather button, and it's instantly going to show me a visual image of the hail that occurred. So right here you can see it from a distance, but as we zoom in, let's go to the corner up here. And up here you can see that there is some just under 1 inch hail in some of these cells, 0.7, 0.9. As you get closer to the center, you can see we had some 1.5 inch hail. What's great about this is you can also push the button in the lower right hand corner and it will show you a visual image of the ground. So if you want to see, for example, where some pivots were, and you can overlay the image of the hail and get a pretty good idea of maybe some fields that got hit by hail. Okay, let's go ahead and look at another example. I was out to see a prospect on December the 5th of 2017. And as I visited them, they said, wow, we got some really bad hail the day before. So I went to the 4th of December, pulled up their state, and in fact Missouri was at the top, and selected that for hail. And then I hit track weather, and it pulled up a bunch of hail. Sure enough, they did have some hail. It wasn't really bad, but I could go to the area where they were and see 1 inch diameter hail. Could also see where it hit by just hitting the visualization button in the lower right hand corner. And they loved it. They loved the app. We had about 7 or 8 of them download the app, and they're using it now for this feature especially. They like that a lot. The next part of the app is tornadic storm, and I'm going to select the date of August 24th, 2016. And I remember this day because I was driving, and I remember we had quite a bit of tornadic activity, and Indiana was at the top with 300 cells. So we're going to go ahead and track that day. And I remember I was up in Fort Wayne. We had some tornadoes just to the north and east of Fort Wayne, but not where I was over here. But down here is where we had some really bad damage, and that's around Kokomo, Indiana. So as you can see, the orange cells are showing where we've got any kind of tornadic storm track. So if you got weather swirling, that's tornadic weather. And then the red would be any debris. If the tornado hits something and it shoots back up, we get that image. So you can see right here at 2:19 p.m. we had some tornadic debris, and that cell sits right over where a building was hit. We actually had a Starbucks that was hit that day. I'll show you an image of that. So there it is going down. Here you can see red indicating the debris of where the building was hit. This can be useful if you're looking at buildings or barns or want to see if we've had any debris in the air. And another great tool, another great feature of the Silveus weather app.